Hi, and welcome back to the Clear Channel. My name is Anna Long-Stokes, and I am an intuitive mentor, clairvoyant therapist, and guide for creatives, healers, and soul-led entrepreneurs who want to live in deep alignment. So today we are diving into one of the most validating truths about intuition, and that is that it does not show up the same way for everybody. That inner voice that you're looking for, it might not be a voice at all, or it might be a sensation, a symbol, a wave of energy. And depending on your intuitive archetype, your intuition speaks a very different language. So let's break it down. So in case you're new here or you haven't taken my intuitive archetype quiz, I teach about the 5 main intuitive archetypes. And these are patterns I've seen again and again in my work with clients and students over the years. So the 5 types are the mystic, the grounded, the emotional, the activator, and the healer. So let's take a closer look at how each of them tends to receive intuitive guidance. So the mystic archetype might receive their intuitive wisdom through symbols in dreams, flashes of imagery, or messages straight from their spirit guides. Their intuition is often subtle, but very deep, and it's layered. It can be like decoding a spiritual language. So the grounded archetype feels intuition in their body. They might get a heavy no in their belly or a peaceful sense of alignment that feels light and rooted. Their body tells them the truth. The emotional archetype, on the other hand, receives guidance through emotional waves. So they might cry out of nowhere or feel a sudden mood shift or get a strong emotional reaction that carries deep intuitive wisdom for them. The activator experiences fast sparks and hits. Their guidance shows up often as downloads, bold instincts, and a powerful sense of go now energy. If they wait too long, the insight and inspiration passes. Now, the healer archetype, they sense others' energies as if it's their own. Their challenge can be to separate what belongs to them versus what they're absorbing from the world around them. But once they're clear on this, they're able to read energy fields with incredible accuracy. So now here's where it gets tricky. We are often told that intuition is a gut feeling or maybe a quiet voice, but that's not always true. If you're a mystic who is trying to feel in your gut or a healer waiting for a clear voice, you might miss your own intuitive signals entirely because it's not in the language that you were expecting it to come in. And you might think, is my intuition broken? But it's not broken. You're just not receiving it how you thought you would. So if you'd like to, I'd like to spend a moment with you, helping you tap into your own intuition, helping you to decipher how it's coming through. So if you're able, go ahead and close your eyes and take a long, deep breath in and out slowly. Feel your energy dropping gently down into your body. And now place one hand on your heart or your belly, wherever feels right. And take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine a soft, golden light filling your whole energy field. And now ask yourself silently, where does my intuition live? And just notice what arises. Do you feel a sensation? Do you experience an emotion? Maybe you see a visual or you hear a word. Or maybe you have a sudden knowing. And now ask, how does my intuition want to speak to me today? Don't force an answer, just listen. Let yourself receive without judgment. And take one more breath to anchor in that connection between you and your intuition. And when you are ready, gently opening your eyes. Good. So this week, I want you to start tracking your intuitive cues. When something feels off, or on the other hand, feels aligned, just pause, write it down. Ask yourself, was that a body sensation, an emotional wave, a visual, an inner spark? You'll start to see patterns. And those patterns will lead you to having more trust in your own intuition and how it speaks through you. If you haven't taken the intuitive archetype quiz yet, now is the time. When you take the quiz, you'll find out which of the 5 intuitive archetypes you most resonate with. And it helps break down some of the common intuitive patterns, what's working for you, what's not, and what you can do about it. And if you want even more information, I have my $11 intuitive archetype guide that has all sorts of helpful information about how to more deeply align with your specific intuitive archetype. You'll learn how to recognize your intuitive hits, how to clear out the noise and confusion, and how to trust your internal intuitive navigation system. Check out the link below. And if you already know your type and you've already purchased your guide, go revisit it this week, especially the section about how your intuition shows up. You might notice something new. I like to check mine out every week, and I'm the one who wrote it. I like to remind myself of my archetype and how my intuition speaks through me. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and please comment below and let me know, how does your intuition show up most often? And I'll see you next week with a new episode. Bye.